And 3 million biologists have this naturalistic bias because they're studying biology, the study of life. They're studying life on this planet. The heavens declare the glory of God, and the skies proclaim the work of his hands. So you got to look out of this world, okay, to see it. And what you see is an overwhelming measure of information out there that God exists. Let's skip over to Darwin here. I'm going to sum up evolution for you in 30 seconds. Darwin proposed his theory of evolution in 1856, 59. I can't remember the exact date now that I'm on the spot. He knew that at the time, the fossil record was incomplete. Okay, there are two basic pools of data when you're talking about evolution. There's the fossil record. We dig up fossils are bones that have turned into rock, basically. Okay, they're like the petrified forest. It was an organic substance that now is a rock. Okay, just because of over time. The fossil record and the cell itself. These guys are studying the cell, and they're seeing the cell evolve. So therefore, the data inside of the cell, or the way that they study the cell, these are the two main things. And like I said, there's a lot of science in there, and I don't think you want me to preach for 3 hours on that stuff. That's not relevant here. Okay, I told you about Elvis so that you could see the point of view. So getting into the evidence, you can see whatever you want to see if you want to believe that. So that was why we talked about Elvis when we started off. Darwin knew when he proposed his theory that when he proposed his theory that the fossil record was incomplete. And 150 years later, after digging up fossils, it's still incomplete. Now, we have some more fossils than we did, and those who see what they want to see, they will tell you that they are transitional forms, that these things that look kind of human and kind of like ape are things that we evolved from, or we evolved from something that they evolved from as well. But 150 years later, there are still gaps in the record. The point is that the fossil record does not prove evolution conclusively 150 years ago, nor does it prove evolution conclusively today. Okay, it's incomplete. Okay, the second main thing is the cell, the single cell. Darwin's view of the cell was a small glob of protoplasm. It was basically a little pile of jelly. Today, we know much more about what's inside of a cell, and we're going to watch a really cool video about it. But what Darwin said when he published his paper was, if it could be demonstrated that any complex organ existed which could not have been formed by numerous, successive, slight modifications, that's what his theory says, all this stuff happened little bit by little bit by little bit, little steps over millions of years until we have us, my theory would absolutely break down. He admits it himself. Okay. So let's go back to biology class here. Roll that video. When you guys watch this, it's going to blow your minds. Just keep in mind complexity.